starting off, my name is Marcus. This is my co-host Ivan, and we have Stormerz, personally known as Fabian, and me and Ivan. We're from San Diego, and we've helped facilitate a bit of a scene out here for hardstyle. We wanted to grow, and we would love to continue upbringing some artists here and foreign. So we are excited to have someone from the east, right? We're in the west, right? From the east.
Yes,
Yeah, across the hell yeah, across the globe. He's played DEF CON. He's played other festivals. But without further ado, Stormers, would you be able to introduce yourself? Tell us a bit about yourself.
sure, man. I mean, like first of all, like I said to you before, it's a pleasure to be here with you guys. So yeah, let's fucking do this. So yeah, a little bit about me. So my name is Fabian or Fabian, whatever you want. Yeah, I've been making music for like 10 years now, and yeah, I mean, how can I introduce myself, man? It's like, oh,
I
well, I
mean,
just
that's pretty
make
much
music
it.
just like you guys, and it turns out that I'm making a living out of this somehow. So, you know, if I
That's
can do
cool.
it.
That's
Cool.
cool. Yeah, no, honestly,
Mm.
that's cool. Yeah, I was just talking about your set at Magenta. It's the first time I saw you, and the fan. So for the viewers, I stopped Stormers as he was getting off his set, just talked with him and asked. But I took a picture of him and a fan the fan actually stopped him. So I was talking with him, and he was saying your music has such a unique sound. The bass and everything of the vibe you have and the vocals are like, yeah, it's like melodic, euphoric, and but I feel like it's chill. Like beachy, summery, tropical. Like I love it. But I wanted to
Yeah,
know, like, what year did you start producing music?
yeah. So I started like when I was in school, like around 2013, maybe. Um, and actually, it's great to hear that. I mean, your appreciation of my music because I've always been like a huge house music fan or like trance stuff, like also like radio things. So yeah, that's mostly my biggest influence from back in the days, like radio stuff, like cool melodies. That yeah, like something that you can listen in the car or in a party or whatever. So that's the style that I'm looking like to get to, like something fresh and hard. So yeah.
So did you
Uh,
dream by that time about become a big artist back then when you started, or like what was your like motivation to start doing that?
well, I feel like most of us, I was just like going through YouTube, finding out music and stuff, and then yeah, I first came across like Ultra Music Festival
Mm-hmm.
because they were doing it in Chile, like in that year in 2013, and I was underage, but I was looking like some after movies and stuff, and I really wanted to go, so I did. Like I just sneaked in,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I just loved it. That was my first festival ever. Like I got to see Avicii or Hartwell, like those big names. So that was like really new for me, and yeah, I feel like that day I was like, "Fuck, this is nice. I would love to do this." So
So
then
you
I
didn't.
started like making music, and yeah, there you go.
So your first genre was not hardstyle music then, or
No, not at all. No, I mean, I did find it later on, like through a video game that I like, was playing. Like that, they have like a hard style in the background. So then I started like getting into DEF CON or Climax or whatever, like all through YouTube. So yeah, and then I fell in love with it, of course.
okay, nice. And so like back then, there was no a lot of tutorials, in the internet. There are probably just FL Studio, a couple of the videos. So like, how can you describe your process of getting into the production? How was it difficult for you into
Yeah,
hardstyle?
yeah. So I indeed started with FL Studio. It's like
Mm-hmm.
the best, well, software I feel like to start out because it's like really intuitive or like easy to get into.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I started with it, and like you said, there were not like many tutorials out there. So I don't know. I just like started looking into upcoming artists from across, like from Europe, and then I tried to connect. So we had like a little Skype group with producers. Like we're like all doing our things, sharing our like progress and stuff, and then just like having fun, giving feedback and stuff, and just like going back and forth. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And so, did you have any? Sorry, Marcus, you want to ask something?
No. Continue with yours because my
Yeah,
question
yeah.
would be about something else.
Sorry.
So, like, I'm curious. Did you have any musical background by that time?
No,
No.
not at all. I mean, I don't even know how to play the piano or whatever. I just go by ear. Yeah.
By ear. And so, like, did you use any scales or did you learn at all? Anything else since you started?
Kinda. I mean, I know what a major chord and a minor chord is, and that's it. You know.
So if I want to produce the melodies like you do, I don't have to know the theory basically, but it's just by creating from your ears. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, for sure. I mean, like, well, for me personally, the most important thing is like you have to connect with the music. It's more about sensitivity as a person than actual theory skills, I feel.
Mm.
So yeah, it's mostly about getting into the zone and just try out.
So I was listening to when you first got introduced to like the scene itself in Ultra Festival Chile, which I don't remember exactly that year. I know DEF CON Chile was in 2014 and 16 or something.
No, 15. Yeah.
So 15. Okay. How did you get there? Like where are you stationed? Are you like Netherlands, Belgium, Spain? Like
Yeah, so like I said, I started making music around like 2013, and then yeah, I just like started posting my stuff in the internet, like in Facebook groups, and stuff,
well,
like
so
SoundCloud,
where are you from though?
Chile.
So you live in
oh
oh
we were thinking like you're from Europe and it's like a night time
No,
for
no,
you.
no, no, I wish.
oh
Yeah, yeah, 100% Chilean.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
So you went to DEF CON in DEF CON Chile then.
yeah, that's actually my first ever booking, like the first time that I played.
Oh,
What?
nice.
Yeah,
So you
uh,
wait. Everyone, calm down. This man's first booking was at DEF CON 1.
yeah,
Chile, but nonetheless.
But
that's it.
still, it's a DEFCON one. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, and I didn't know how to play also. Like I
So
never CDJ. Like the first time was literally in a stage.
So you're an example of someone that just has a good production of music. They're like, we want you to play it, but you're like, I'm a producer, I don't DJ.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, like I was telling you, like I started making music 2 years before that,
Yeah.
like posting my stuff on SoundCloud, Facebook, whatever. And then when DEFCON Chile came here in 2015, yeah, I suddenly got an email from them, like, "Yo, we are looking for Chilean hardstyle producers or artists," and there were not much. Still, there isn't much. So I guess somehow they found out about me and they reached out. So yeah, they offered me to play at the purple stage, like the talent stage.
Yeah.
Um, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I didn't expect it at all. But I just said yes, of course. I didn't know how to play. I was not a DJ. I was like a really introverted guy, like most producers, like just making music in my bedroom. So yeah, then I just said yes and started trying to learn about it. But I didn't have access to like equipment, like CDJs, whatever.
Mm,
So it was mostly through YouTube, like even Google Images, like seeing how what the knobs were.
yeah.
So yeah, but the first time that I actually played with a CDJ was on the stage. So you can imagine how my set went, like pretty fucked up. Uh, yeah, that was the beginning. Yeah,
That's
what
really
was there? Sorry, guys, I'm out of context. Like, how did you fuck up? Could you could you
yeah.
explain?
I upped the music like 3 times, like very poorly beat matching. So that was my first time. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, but like if you do mistakes after it, you just become better and
yeah,
better. So like, yeah.
luckily there was not many people in the crowd. Like mostly the people that knew me from the internet were there.
Mhm.
So it was still a good time. Yeah.
This is so unusual, like when someone reach out to you, because like I was about to say, how did you get your first release? And so I assume they just reached out to you, the Q-Dance, and they suggested you to release a track. Was it like that, or?
No, before that, I had my first release at the Scantrax sub label, X-Bone. I had like 2 releases, I think, and yeah, those were my first things. And I didn't release in Qdance until like 2 years later or something, or 1 year later. So,
Were you on any other label before Expo?
yeah, well, some really small ones. Also a local Chilean one,
Okay.
but yeah, not much. Not
Interesting.
much, yeah.
Okay.
Because I was like still developing my sound. I wasn't really happy with it yet, so yeah.
And a lot of people's new tracks, honestly, has a ringer to them. I hope you understand. Like, a general fan, like, I personally appreciate when people are just so unique and they're learning something, because you get to see through their sound what they want to display. Like, what is their genuine vision for hardstyle? And like, after many years, then, all the saturation of influence comes around and people get swayed. Sometimes it's good, their music, their sound evolves, adapts, matches, but the very beginning is, I think, some of the coolest tracks. So never be ashamed. I don't know. So
Okay, yeah. I mean,
I
yeah,
don't
when I
know.
lose my tracks, I'm like, what the fuck's this? Like really shitty. Yeah.
So I just looked into my playlist of 2015, 16, and I noticed I have your track. I don't know if you remember it, Every Day. It's like 2015.
Lithium, right?
Yes, with Lithium, yep.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I have like a sped up version of it. I know you have like 145 and 150. I don't know exactly, but I really love this version of it.
Holy shit, yeah. It's
Yeah,
very, yeah, unusual to hear.
yeah.
So
I know
really
like
awesome.
not so many people have seen this track, but I mean like for me it's an alt like pure euphoric stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, also a funny fact about that track, well, that Lithium guy is now Horizon in Dirty
Oh
Works.
my God, no way.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
amazing. We used to like produce stuff together and stuff. He's also from
he's
Chile,
also
so
in Chile, right? Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's
But
cool.
yeah,
he's
it's
not
great to see
performing
him. He's
anymore.
doing great also, yeah. Sorry?
So he's not performing anymore, I believe.
I don't think so. Yeah, he's kind of now in a break, but I'm sure he'll come back eventually.
It's interesting. Okay.
So I don't really have a pivot, but it's related to your brand and production. But how did you come up with the name Stormerz? I want to know.
Fuck, man. Yeah, I kind of hate this question because I don't know what to say. I mean, like, was just a name that I came up with. I probably used it in a video game or something, and then I just stick to it. But yeah, I would love to say I have a meaning for it, but I don't really.
Okay, so my next question then, easy. How do you feel about it now when you see it on the big, Stormers is playing Magenta? Like, do you just feel like it's a name that you're just, oh, this is just the one I chose? Or, like, do you have a new attachment from your experiences to it?
No, of course. I mean, yeah, right now is crazy. Like to see where I can play, like how many festivals I'm playing, or even to play in a different country that I live. It's fucking insane. So yeah, it's a dream come true. So of course I have to be grateful like to all the legacy. So yeah, it's great.
Keep storming the world, is what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, honestly, that's cool. Like, I have names. I just come up with email, like sometimes as usernames, and then things just stick since I was like a kid. So, I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
not to steal the storm, but like, no, I get what you mean. Like, really quick, just like my DJ name is Instinct. I'm a bedroom DJ. But I always
Because
I mean, we go, but I used to jump style, and me and my friend, like Buddy at the time, or did I say I used to? I don't know why I'm like tripping up words,
yeah,
but I jump style. But when I jump styled in 2015, that's why I said I used to. I met my friend, and we just one day was like, if we were DJs, what would we think of? So I thought of that back in the day, random, no attachment, and kind of like, now I'm just like, oh, I chose that name back then. I'll just stick with that.
yeah,
So,
exactly. I mean that's the thing with artist names. I feel like because I think maybe deep down it's like you don't believe that it's gonna work out or you're gonna become famous or whatever. So it's like never really planned, you know. So it just happens, and then you have to stick with it.
Love it.
I feel. Yeah.
So, have you ever had a pivotal moment in your life during um, the evolution of your sound where you needed to like adapt, evolve, like learn very quickly to kind of keep things going for yourself?
I feel like that might be right now, actually. So, yeah, with the current state of the scene, like really going harder and harder, and I'm really melodic, like well, like the other side of it. So yeah, I'm trying to adapt a little bit, not too much, to the current sound, and still try to bring something fresh. But yeah, I would say right now is the moment.
Mm.
Do you want to like bring harder kicks, or like what's on your mind?
Well, I want to make energetic stuff, but not necessarily distorted. I feel like you can make really, uh, well, yeah, energetic stuff without having the need to like put a sag kick, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
those really hard things. Yeah, I feel like the energy is not related to distortion. So, like for example, you listen sometimes tracks with just like a really clean kick and a bass, and it goes nuts.
Yeah,
So
it's like
also,
oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, okay. Also like with drum and bass or whatever, I'm trying to mix every style that I like and try to bring something new. So yeah, drum and bass is also a big love for me.
I love drum and
Yeah,
bass.
especially yeah,
Mm.
blend with hardstyle. It's something like something new, at least something fresh, as you said before. Like yeah, it's more interesting. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I wouldn't like to like just follow the trend right now. It
Mhm.
would be kind of boring for me and for the audience. So yeah, I think the best is like to stay experimenting and playing around. Because also like in the past few years, I was really getting well stuck in my mind because I was like, I have to keep up with it and yeah, also like make music for people like the people likes. But nowadays, I'm trying to go back to the well those early days when I was just having fun in the studio, and then yeah, I think that's where the magic is. Like just have fun and do whatever, but also yeah, I mean it's also a business, so you of course you have to be aware of what's happening in the industry. So yeah, you have to take some balance, I think.
Yes. So now I have two different things. So is that how you came up with your track "Strangers"? Because it's pretty different.
Yeah,
Um,
Yeah, yeah,
definitely.
I play that song a lot. Like I'm like, oh my god, man, school sucks. I'm on the road.
Yeah,
Fuck, I just need to like chill. And then I'll play that song and I'm like, dun, 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 dun. But also there's a track that Kuhn and D Block has defined just came out with, like "You Are Too High" or something. Um, the it just released I think 2 days ago. Yesterday, something.
Okay.
But the intro and the mid intro, like all that, and then after the break, it goes into a melody, and it's a different for me. Like it seems almost like a really split, because the beginning is a lot of. I'm not gonna say I don't know how they produce, but the kick variation is very cool. It keeps the energy
Yeah,
going, and once you listen to it, you'll notice a 2011 and 12 like raw kick that I'm
yeah, say
saying definitely down. Like Kuhn had his influence on that, but the idea is the quality of sound. I feel you could bring stuff back and reintroduce it to keep the match with the
yeah.
hype mainstream of the direction and stuff. Because man, I love your melodies. Keep it going.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
So
it.
so when you how to say so when you try to experiment with blending with different genres, your tracks, how do you work with labels? Are they okay with it? Do you deal with them really easy on this kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, nowadays I'm exclusive with Qdance, and of course they are aware of my vision, so they are really supportive. And yeah, I'm happy to be like actually free to do what I want
Mhm.
and just release them.
Nice. Oh,
And
I'm sorry.
and if it's not, I can just do it independently. Like I feel like nowadays you don't really have to be in a label. like especially with social media, you can just market yourself. But yeah, like I said, I'm grateful to have a label that is really supportive with me in that sense.
I wanted, yeah, to touch base on the label stuff because, like, right now there are a lot of artists who independently release their own stuff, and specifically if you live in South America, we live in sorry, you live in South America, we live in North America, and
Yeah.
so like we also have local labels, but they're not so big comparing to European. So, like, do you prefer to release with the European labels? What's your vision on that? And how
Well,
do you deal with them?
I think the best position for me, that I was in the past, was just to be independent and try to release at different labels. Like before signing with Qdance, I used to like do a release with the Scan Tracks, or then with Dirty Works, or then with Basscon. Also, I have a track there.
Yep.
And yeah, I just send the track to whichever label I think might fit.
hmm
Yeah.
But do you think let's say if you can release the tracks by yourself, where you can get the 100% profit out of your work? So by knowing this, do you still think the releasing your tracks at labels, is it still like a big thing? Is it like worth it to do going this way?
Yeah, I mean, I feel it's like a difficult topic because it all depends. It depends what you want to achieve in the industry, also what your deal is. I mean, if you have a deal where they're taking most of your money, like 80% or something, then get the fuck out, you know? But if you have a decent deal, then it could be really helpful for you. Like sometimes it's not just they release the track, but they can also help you with the, I don't know, vocalists or
Mhm.
something. So yeah, there are good size and bad size, I guess. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Okay.
So it's mostly what label, what deal, what do you want, and
Mhm.
everything. But you can
And
also do it internally for
I
sure.
I also made my kind of research on the artists who self-release their own music, and I've noticed that most of them are not playing on the big festivals. So, like, don't you think that if you self-release, it might be the problem for you to perform at the festivals, like Q-Dance, like, and at the big events in Australia, let's say, in Europe at all?
Mm, yeah, again, it depends. Like you see guys nowadays, they go viral on TikTok or Instagram, and then they're
Mhm.
playing everywhere, and they're just
Oh, they play.
independent. So
Okay.
I feel like if the people wants you, they're gonna book you anyways.
True. Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah.
Like in the end, in the very end, like people have the decision.
hmm
Good to know.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know your. Well, I'll ask this later, but about you. What has been the most memorable achievements or moments, memories you have in your career?
Yeah, I have to say DEFCON 1 main stage at the it was in 2022 at the red stage. It was fucking amazing.
What? How,
Yeah.
on Friday or Saturday?
It was on Saturday opening, and there were like yeah, like 200 people like from Chile in the crowd. So
Oh,
that
that's
was
cool.
amazing. Yeah. So
Dude,
yeah, I didn't expect it like to play there and also like to have so many people supporting. So yeah, that was I think that was the best booking that I've had. Yeah.
mm,
And then afterwards, a lot of people probably want to take a picture of you, so it was like
Yeah, sure.
a big surprise, I assume.
It was also like the first DEFCON after COVID, so
Oh,
it's the
okay.
best time. Yeah.
wow, that that would help. That helps. That helped anyone, honestly. Like if they were on the stage, just so many people were like, "I don't care what kind of music I'm partying," and they were
Yeah,
just
exactly.
after COVID.
hmm
So can you run me through and the viewers what it's like to all right, DefCon main stage, like do you like get drove into the back of the stage, like you walk up, I don't know, I'm kind of curious.
I mean, I feel like in the moment you don't really think about it. Uh, it's mostly when you look back to it. Because when I was like in that day about to play, that was like just another booking to me. I mean, of course, it was DEF CON and everything, but I wasn't really thinking like, holy shit, I'm playing a DEF CON. Maybe the day after or after playing, then you're like, what the fuck was that, you know? So
Be
yeah,
like, you
and
gotta go to my
now that I
Instagram.
look back to it, now that I look back to it, I feel like I appreciate it more. But of course, in the moment, it's also amazing, yeah. But that's the good thing, that you're in the moment, not really thinking about anything, and just trying to make the best out of it.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Mhm.
Like I would love to just see that experience for a lot of artists that I know have great talent. Um, and and the thing is, like, I know it sounds humble and it sounds like, oh, I just want everyone to excel, like, what about little me? But like, what I truly want is, like, I genuinely love certain art style that I know there's underrated talent that people aren't paying attention to, and it's like I want to listen to that at a festival, but so that's why I'm trying to, like, come on guys, like, this sounds better, and then, like, at the end of the day, I would just love to be a fan listening to great hardstyle. And yes, I do think a lot of the direction is necessary for music that evolving, but we all miss the classics, we all miss the melodies, and a lot of great talent is able to still push that nowadays. So
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, I feel like nowadays we definitely need like a shift in the sound. I feel, but yeah, I think we need something new. Like maybe we'll go back in the days, but with a little twist. I mean, for example, you can see that like the techno people basically sounds like hardstyle nowadays. So maybe like try to dive into there. Well, I don't know, but I do feel like we need something new or fresh.
um
So, yeah.
what other projects do you have in the future for yourself?
Well, like I said, I'm thinking what to do for next year. I have a new tracks. Yeah, a few new tracks with the new style, which is like, well, something similar to Strangers, but a little bit yeah, further. So yeah, I'm excited about that and trying to, yeah, maybe make a difference or whatever. But mostly I'm just having fun.
Do you have any
Yeah.
upcoming collaborations also with artists?
Well, I have a few planned, but I'm not really focusing on collaborations right now, because since I'm trying to do like to shift my sound, it's like a really personal thing for now. So when I have something like which is really my signature, like my new signature, then I think I'll jump into collaborations. But for now, I'm like really sticking to, yeah, to just have fun and experiment. Yeah.
I have two questions. So first one that was in my head. Hopefully, I don't forget the other one. Um, with today's software compared to a decade ago, is the quality for plugins more enhanced, better to help with bringing that sound out, or
I think it's not really about the tools. It's mostly about who makes the music. Like
so?
yeah,
That is true,
like a
yeah.
million.
So
You have
let
a
me
million plugins
rephrase.
nowadays.
Let me rephrase the question. So why does hardstyle in the past 6-8 years sounds crispy and, like, clearer and, like, louder and, like, and then a decade it sounds more distorted, but it still sounds good. Like, the quality. I don't know. Is there, like, an upgrade of software recently or something? Or, like,
I feel like it's just the industry standard that went up, and then yeah, mostly the skills of the producers went up,
wow.
but not like there's a new software that makes you sound better or something. You know,
No,
like for example,
yeah.
you see Skrillex, for example, he doesn't really use many like third-party plugins, like mostly stock plugins from Ableton or something. So yeah, you don't really need much, I feel.
Okay. Not like as if like me listening to sounds, I literally think about this because I love 2010, 2011, So I go back and I'm like, let me jam this in there, and I'm like jamming, but then I do a 2023 track, and it's like, why does this sound like it's like louder? Why does it sound, And I always thought maybe it's just a software, just the quality of the sound, but no, it's just pure talent.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, I feel like louder became standard, and it's going louder and louder. Like, I don't know
Even
what's
more
the
distortion is coming, probably more and more distortion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. For example, sometimes there are sick tracks from back in the days that I would love to play in my sets, but they don't really fit with the new tracks, because they are like really quieter.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you definitely have to do something with them, like make them louder, like maybe remaster them or something.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
like
it's definitely louder.
atmospheres. I don't know if you like to 2023 at DEF CON, he made like a lot of edits on his previous track.
Yeah.
With kicks like modern kicks. Like you could do edits. I mean, like, you can give it a second life to your tracks. Why not?
Yeah, sure, yeah. But yeah, also, I mean, in the other hand, that's the magic from the old school music. I feel like it doesn't have to be perfect sounding or loud to be amazing.
Right.
Wow. Shout out
That's
to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go.
Oh no, I was gonna say shout out to Atmospheres and Aftershocks remix of Spiritual Abyss. It's now called Rise. When him and Shockers made that in 2011 or something.
Yeah.
Bro, that melody. I'm so happy they enhanced that. So like they bring those music and they just do whatever, tweak it, remaster, enhance it. Bro, we're good. We're good. All good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I feel like
also,
the music from 2012, 13, 14, 15, it has like a soul in it, like I really love those times tracks. So
yeah,
hopefully there is some cycles that are happening, and I hope that it will go back to the euphoric stuff that we had a couple of years ago. Not couple of years ago, almost a decade already. But yeah,
yeah,
there is hope.
yeah, for sure. I mean, those tracks, I love them. So yeah, I would love to see a little bit of that back, but maybe not the same thing because we've been there. We know how it goes. So
Mhm.
as I said, I feel we need some more soul, but yeah, maybe a different arrangement or something. Because nowadays all the tracks have pretty much the same arrangement. Like it goes to the build up, drop, and then break again, drop. So it became really predictable, I feel. So I think that's one thing that we can play with, like with a new structure or something. So yeah, we'll see where it goes.
I love that idea.
So do you have like, I'm curious, do you have like a favorite track of yours that you like to listen to, and the worst that you don't like at all, or you don't like?
It's a good question.
I would say maybe my favorite is Feels Like Home and maybe Stranger too,
Okay.
and one that I don't like. Well, probably something from the beginning, like well, let me check my Spotify actually.
Go ahead. Good. Also, while you do that, I forgot I was recording. I was about to close my browser and show up my Discord. Discog. But I was there was two tracks that I found not in your Spotify. The first one was like a Russian hardstyle label, Elyvium, with forgot the name of it, but I have it in my browser.
Back home?
It's before Within My Mind, because Within My Mind I couldn't find on YouTube, and
Yeah, well,
a while
yeah, I
ago.
think that's my least favorite track. For
Probably
sure.
just because you think nowadays you could do it better than before.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they sound like really bad. So
Well,
Nah,
yeah, that's mostly the reason. But on the other hand, it's just history as well. So
exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
true.
it's the how you get here, So it's all part of it.
Who's your favorite artist?
My favorite artist,
Yeah.
I think maybe Avicii
Wow.
or Dead Mouse. Yeah, I don't really listen to hardstyle, like to be honest. So yeah, I would say
But
Avicii is like my biggest inspiration.
But is there like a modern artist that you're looking up to right now? Let's say you like their styles and stuff like that.
Um, yeah, for sure, someone from drum and bass.
Hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Camo and Crook.
So you get your hardstyle like fix by just producing and listening up to like what you produce. But then when you go out on the radio and then stuff, you're kind of just listening to other genres.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I like to make hardstyle and go to the festivals and everything, but I also want like to listen to other stuff, you know.
Yeah, no, that's
Um,
100%.
yeah, it's like drum and bass, house music, or techno, or whatever. I listen to pretty much everything. So, and it's nice to listen to different stuff so you can get new ideas,
Exactly.
fresh inspiration. So, yeah.
That's cool.
It's even better because like if I personally listen to hardstyle all the time. I also also producing right now. Like I'm aspiring producer, and I'm
Mhm.
like, if any idea comes to my mind, usually it's from hardstyle tracks. But by
Yeah,
doing that, you're just basically still copying stuff, you know. But it's a good way to listen to different genres, so you can introduce and blend something.
exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah. And also, like, it's like a geography thing. Like, we are from America, well, South America, North America, whatever. And so, of course, we have our different cultures.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think we can bring something new to Europe, like something like they haven't heard, you know, like we
Exactly.
have. So, why would we keep getting influenced by the European sound? I mean, like we know it, we love it, but we can also like bring our stuff into it. I
Love it.
feel.
Yeah, we can influence also. Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of
exactly.
there's a lot of American talent, and when I say American, I mean like the Americas, like all the way from North,
Right.
like
Yeah.
that. They're different than the European style. And like growing up, obviously, I was like, oh my god, hardstyle is only good in Europe. Like we don't know where, and I get that, and I grew into that, and like, I'm humble. I'll say I'll admit it any day, but like learning more of what's out there, the talent, like there's so much to bring, and that's what we need to make sure things are new, fresh. So,
Exactly.
have you ever played in North America, like here in the States?
No, man, I would love to.
Yo, Ivan, we
Well,
gotta be
the
the first
well,
ones,
You
bro.
need to start think
closest is
about
like
it.
to America is like my release with BassCon, but that's it. I've never played.
Okay, and
The scene is kind of growing here.
huh?
Yeah, I've seen like some videos with well, BassCon parties or EDC Las Vegas. So it looks amazing.
So with your visa situation, we would just have to apply a visa for you and bring you out here or something. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really certain how it exactly works, but yeah, maybe we can check it out. Hopefully.
We'll be in talk. that
That's what we do,
would
man.
be awesome. That would be awesome.
How big is the scene in Chile? Hardstyle scene.
You mean nowadays? How is it?
Yeah, nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's actually coming back. Well, the past few years we didn't really have much. It was like dying a little bit, but nowadays, well, we have a few events that keep bringing hardstyle, or Greenfields, for example.
Hmm.
We also have HSU, the Australian one. They are doing parties here as well, so
Interesting.
it's
Okay.
actually doing pretty good. And we
And so,
have some.
do you play 'em at all of these festivals
Yeah, I'm
events?
actually playing in, well, within 2 days at HSU events. They're gonna do like a supper club thing.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for that one.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's actually going better. We also have a few artists that are, well, grinding, making music. So yeah, that's good.
So do you think they'll bring DEF CON back there? But maybe. All right.
I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully,
Yeah.
yeah, we can only wish for it.
Yes, we can. Well, I'll jump into one of our last questions just to respect everyone's time. What kind of tips can you have for aspiring producers, DJs, and if you have anything to say to your fans or the viewers?
Well, advices. Well, I think my best advice would be like just have fun. Don't pay too much attention to feedback, maybe. Because in the end, you know what your vision is. So you have to stick to what you feel and what you stand for. So there's gonna be people that are gonna be like, yeah, you should change this, or maybe you should try this. But yeah, in the end, I think you have to believe in yourself and do what you want. It sounds a little bit cliche, but
No,
I think that's really right.
I
So
I
mostly
think
like just follow your vision. Also pay attention to the business side of it, because otherwise you're gonna be left behind really quickly. Like you said, there's many like underrated artists that should be in the main stages everywhere because they are fucking talented. But if you don't learn the business side of it, you're gonna be left behind. So that'll be it. Like believe in yourself and learn how the industry works.
hmm,
So
yeah.
yeah.
That's cool. I believe no matter what the answer is, generally it's always going to be, follow your heart, but everyone explains it differently from their experience, and
mhm.
because it's
Yeah.
like we all need the same advice to move forward, but we all get there from a
Yeah,
different
exactly.
background.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
and if you wanna really become an artist, like well, and play all the festivals and stuff, you definitely have to like look into how the industry works, how the business side of it works. You need to network with people. So because if you stay in your room producing, it's gonna be really, really hard, almost impossible to like just
Yep.
have EDC knocking up your door, like come play.
Like the
So
milkman.
yeah, you have to get out there, meet people, and yeah, it's like a combination of all things.
Hmm. For sure.
Cool. Dude, that's awesome. Um, yeah, I mean, Ivan, do you have any other questions?
Well, I have a couple of topics, but I think since we already moved on to the different ones, but like, yeah, and the time is already, so probably not as of right
We
now, man.
can circle back. It doesn't matter, honestly. We could
Yeah,
talk.
no,
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're okay, Fabian, so I wanted to ask about the social media thing. Because like, since you're mentioning like, yeah, you need to work on the business side as well as the producing stuff. How about the social media? What's your thought about it? About it? How do you work on social media, if you do at all? And
yeah,
how important is this nowadays? Of course, that it's important, but what's your view on it?
yeah. Nowadays, I think it's really important. Well, maybe you can just do like the usual, like post pictures, videos, whatever. But it could be really like career changing. Like you have a few viral videos, and then you suddenly make it. Like I've seen like so many stories, like guys just making reels every day, and then suddenly it works, and then they are playing festivals.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a huge opportunity in social media. I feel that you have to take advantage of. Maybe I should do it more. I'm not really like the influencer type, but
It's hard.
yeah, it's hard, especially most of producers or artists are like usually introverted people because that's why we make music, you know. We have,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's our way to express ourselves. So we are like the total opposite of an influencer, which yeah, basically you have to be nowadays.
Yeah.
But if you're not that kind of person, you can also make it work with a
True.
different kind of content. Like in the end, we are creatives, so create something, right?
So
Come up with it.
do you plan like create a content like yourself, or introduce like, oh, to have a like people who are making it for you? Did you think
Yeah,
about this way?
well, yeah, I have a few friends that help me like recording stuff. Um, but also I love filmmaking and graphic design. So yeah, many things I do them myself, like some artworks or whatever. But yeah, that's something that I want to implement more in the future, like the filmmaking side of it. Like yeah,
TikTok
I mean, in the
videos,
end,
shorts, and stuff
it's
like that.
also it's also a different form of art. So if you can combine like the visual part with the music side, then yeah, you're good to go.
That's so cool. This is so cool. Voidax, not to throw shade, right? Like, I really like a lot of his tracks, and I actually saw half his set at DEF CON. But after he made his viral video of him singing to the Prophet,
Yeah.
yeah, like, and that blew up. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
who's this guy? Oh, he's a DJ? He's an artist? Like, so
Yes,
sometimes it's
That's
just
a great
unrelated.
example. That's
Yeah.
a great example. I mean, he's a really energetic, funny guy, so why not use it, you know?
Mhm.
Interesting.
You have to mostly find out what makes you you, and then work with it, you know?
I think this is the great advice. Yeah, not to follow, just follow, you know, the trends
Yeah,
blindly.
actually, now that I think of, that's also nice advice that I could give. Like, don't try to change yourself. Like I said, I was a really introverted guy in my first years. I still am, of course. But yeah, I've had people like sometimes backstage telling me, "Yo, you should like uh, talk more to the other DJs, whatever, or you should be more like this and this and this." But I think in the end that's bullshit. I mean, you have to take some advice of it, and maybe if you want, apply it. But in the end, what makes you you, yeah, that makes you an artist. So you have to just yeah, go with it and be
100%.
yourself.
That's cool.
Because if you look fake, then people's gonna see it for sure.
And you will probably end not in the right way. Where you gonna
Yeah,
go?
and really unhappy as well. So just be yourself and have fun, and then it's gonna work.
And
If
this,
you know the business side of it as well.
oh, true. Yeah, and this is no shade on you either. This is banter because I know you're real, because I never thought I would have heard a hardstyle artist be like, "Oh, I don't even listen to hardstyle," but like your music is so good, so I'm like, that's okay. Like, we'll listen to it. It's all right. But I know you like enjoy it and stuff, and it just also makes me. Yeah, it also makes me think, like, what if Hardwell doesn't even listen to house? What if he listens to hardstyle all day, every day, and doesn't tell anyone, and he's just like, I'm a house producer. Like,
Could be, yeah.
By the
Yeah,
way,
I'm
do you
not
produce
gonna.
any music outside of hardstyle genre by yourself right now?
Yeah, I like to produce anything. I have a few projects, like side projects, which are not like really linked to my Stormerz thing. But yeah, I like to go in the studio maybe sometimes with guys from Chile, like urban artists, just have fun. Yeah.
Maybe
So
there will be another alias under your name, real name, in different
yeah,
genres in the future.
yeah. I actually have a little something, but it's not really serious.
okay, fine.
So
Let us know. Let the world know whenever you're ready. We'll be out here looking out. But yeah, I mean, to wrap it up, I love learning and just thinking of questions on the fly, just circulating back, just really getting to know each other one on one level, and I love showing like everyone, like viewers and like fans of Stormers and fans of any artist, like, bro, just exactly how he says, reach out, network. Like, I was having conversations with people. It's amazing, and I appreciate your time, Stormers, Fabian. People like that, ask them a question, reach out, they'll respond. They're regular people, and you can learn so much from them, being an aspiring DJ producer, or just about the scene and where the hardstyle direction's going. Just if you're a fan and you're curious, are there going to be more festivals like that or like this? Like, what are they going to be like? Like, these artists, they know, and I just want to say I appreciate your time so much, man.
no, thanks, man. I appreciate you inviting me here. So it's a pleasure. It's nice to speak to you guys.
Likewise.
Likewise. Well.